Let's start with what manifesting is so that you know what you're actually doing. Manifesting is the understanding that life is going to bring you a reality that matches who you believe you are. Not who you want to be, but who you believe you are, what you can do or have in your life. In other words, what you assume or expect is going to happen to you is what you automatically create in your life. Why is that? Manifesting comes down to changing yourself, not the circumstances or the people around you. When you change, your reality is going to change too. When I started consciously manifesting, I didn't understand that I need to change myself first. I thought that I would be using techniques to change my 3D reality. How I did it was saying a bunch of affirmations and trying to convince myself of what I was affirming. I always struggled with money, and the affirmations that I was saying to myself were I'm rich, I have a lot of money, I always have money no matter what, I'm wealthy, and so on. I was hoping that repeating these statements will convince my mind that I actually have money. What happened is that at first I was feeling good and empowered, but very shortly after, a little voice in my head started popping up to remind me that's not true. Look how hard it is for you to pay for all of your expenses. You're not rich and you don't have enough money. So underneath, no matter how much time I was spending convincing myself using different techniques and affirmations, I didn't feel wealthy and I was actually pretty scared of what's going to happen if my situation with money doesn't change. That was not giving me peace of mind at all. And instead of calming my mind and implementing something new, I was experiencing scarcity and doubt. I was going back and forth between periods of time when I would affirm, not see any results, tell myself that there's no point, I'm not achieving anything, and I was feeling low. That would lead me to give up and think, whatever, I guess I won't be able to improve my life and I will be always like that. Whatever happens, happens. I cannot deal with this anymore. And later, I would go back to affirming, thinking that maybe the last time I didn't do it long enough or the right way, and it should work this time. I was feeling hopeful again. I knew I was missing something, but couldn't understand what is that. So this is how I started my self-concept journey. Neville Goddard says that we should live in a state of wish fulfilled, but I didn't quite understand what that means exactly. This is what truly changed the game for me. I started changing how I truly feel about myself, being abundant, and having enough money in my life. The self concept is how we see ourselves. It's understanding of the world, how the world sees us and accepts us. It all comes to this. I ask myself, how would I feel as a wealthy person? How would I feel living in abundance? In my passion? How can I feel alive? How can I do things that make me feel good about myself? How can I live on my purpose? When you discover what is that thing for you and living as that same person that you want to become, the money and the abundance, your specific person, or any desire will come to you effortlessly. It's a mental image of ourselves that creates our identity and our beliefs about ourselves. Whatever beliefs you hold are going to be projected on a blank screen of your reality. Whatever you believe about yourself internally will show up in your life externally. So, if you see yourself as someone who is lovable, you will experience receiving lots of love from people around you and also in your relationships, of course. People will treat you as someone worthy of love. If you see yourself as someone that doesn't deserve to be loved, you will experience that as well. Now, as adults, this is truly under our control. When we were kids, though, that was not the case. The reason for that is that when we were children, we were like sponges. We absorb everything in front of us that we see and hear. We were influenced by family, friends, school, neighbors, church, society, social media, and we were taught to perceive in the world in one way and to perceive ourselves in a specific way. Our self-concept is essentially created for us when we were kids. So if you haven't done any work for self-concept and what you're believing about yourself, then you're likely living out of personality that you never chose for yourself. As an adult or young adult, you can take your power into your own hands by recreating your own self-concept. This is a process of analyzing what it is that you believe about you in all areas of your life. Are you deserving of love and money? Are you attractive? Are you smart? Are you creative? What are your likes and dislikes? Having a really strong self-concept is knowing yourself and uncovering and exploring who you really are. Figuring out what it is that you like, what you truly believe. We compare with others all the time, and especially nowadays with all the social medias. All these pictures of perfect bodies, silky hair, glowy skin, someone living their luxury life while we don't have any of that makes us feeling low. We need to constantly come back to our self-concept so that we don't lose ourselves in comparison and experience low self-esteem, which is not our true self. That's why self-concept is the most important. It all starts from there. The code for happiness and fulfillment, joy and success exists in us, in our unique self. So how do we reclaim our true nature? By shutting down all the noise that comes from outside, turning to your real self and ask, what do I like? What am I interested in? What are my thoughts and opinions? Then we start to consume less content and unravel everything that we're not. So we're finally exploring what we actually might be. It's lovely to be inspired by people, that's not what I'm saying. We find always examples online and we want to learn from them, but at the end we need to come back to what makes us feel right internally. This is not exclusive for social media. You could be influenced by a family member who constantly puts you down. We need to find what we feel worthy of, what we believe about ourselves, and changing the beliefs, especially if we have repetitive situations in our life that shows us a certain outcome. Let's say you constantly attract people who don't treat you with respect, who don't make arrangements with you, who don't show up at your dates, don't call, and leave you hanging. These situations reveal that you believe deep down that you're not worthy of love and respect, or perhaps that people don't like you, they don't want to spend time with you, maybe because you consider yourself not attractive or funny, and they have better choice of people to be with. When you face these cyclic situations, you need to turn internally and ask yourself, what do I think about me here? Do I think I'm good enough? Do I think I'm attractive enough? Do I think I'm worthy of someone's time? Do I think I deserve to be treated with respect? You need to also set boundaries here. If you see that you experience meeting people that treat you not in a way that you like, then you just have to refuse being with them. That way you tell the universe, I'm not a person who deserve anything less than respect, love, and what I give, I would like to receive as well. And saying no to those kind of people or situations will shift your reality and you will start to experience more of what you actually want to have because you show the universe that if you give love, you're expecting love. Whatever you say after I am, whatever comes after I am for you, is how you reveal your self concept and what you believe about yourself. And we say that out loud in our conversation with others when we text a friend and we go like, "Oh, I'm so stupid." And when you create your self-concept as a person who is beautiful and bright, loving and being loved, healthy and wealthy, you will inspire other people just like those who have been inspiration for you before. And once you decide what it is that you're claiming as truth for yourself, what it is that you send to the universe that you are, what are you telling to the Creator? This is who I am. This is what I expect. And if those things are negative, you're going to see a negative reality. And if those things are positive, you are going to see your life change. The lucky person syndrome doesn't exist actually. It is based on beliefs and it will come to you when you have a strong self-concept. Think how do you want to recreate yourself and start building your self-concept. Everything starts from there and that's the basic of your dream life. If you found value in my video, if you learned something, please like it and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time.